Hi everyone, greetings from Costa Rica this time. Hope you're doing well. If you're wondering why things aren't changing despite all your good efforts in transforming, in healing, meditating and all that, and things are still not really looking up, they're hardly changing, and you're just wondering why and you're getting frustrated, then stick around for this video and I'll tell you all about it. Spoken to people who've grown a bit frustrated and were wondering why, despite all of their efforts, things weren't changing in the direction that they wanted to. They said, look, I'm meditating, I'm doing all that I can, I'm giving it all my attention, and still things aren't different yet. Why haven't I accomplished this yet? Why hasn't this situation turned around for me in my favor? All these sort of things. And the general answer that the souls usually give in terms of that question is that, as everything in our lives, our time of transformation, healing and resolving has to do with a higher plan, and we are sticking to that plan whether we want to or not. Our souls are making sure that we stick to that higher plan, which means there's a certain divine timing which our souls are keeping track of, and you can look at it as a sort of time period, a window in time that is just meant for you to focus on that and for you to learn and develop and grow and realize certain things in. And it's during that time that we need to accomplish all these things, and sometimes it's a short period of time and sometimes it's longer, really depending on your personal history, on your karmic wounds and whatever you carry inside of you. So, as is the case with everything, it is divine timing, and there's not much that we can do about it apart from maybe delaying things. So if you're really keen on getting it over with and getting done with it and just leaving all these things behind that you're not comfortable with and that you want to change in your life, then please always keep in mind that there is divine timing and there's not much that you can do to hurry things up, because everything is guided and directed by your soul and by the spirit world in terms of that. And this goes for everyone, so you're not alone with that. And another thing that you should also understand and keep in mind when you're feeling frustrated next time and wondering why the heck things are not really turning around for you, is that often these karmic things and patterns that we resolve go much deeper than we can really grasp in that moment, than we can understand. So please keep in mind that the roots are probably going much deeper than you might suspect. So if you like to maybe think of it as a huge mountain, and you are basically taking off the top bit and then the layer beneath and the beneath, and you still see a huge mountain, and you're wondering why is it still there? Well, you've just carved the surface, you've just sort of scratched the surface a bit and taken off one layer of the huge mountain. So that's another thing. We need to really get rid of all those layers until we get to the bottom and the origin of all these karmic problems and wounds that have ultimately manifested more incarnations which attracted more of those wounds. So this is basically one primal wound, one source, and that pain or that wound or that pattern has created and manifested and attracted more lives and more incarnations in which we had the chance to develop beyond it and to resolve it. And often it's the case that we weren't able to do so, so we attracted more of those lives, we created more of that, and it's all due to that source. So there you go, that's the mountain of karmic pain and patterns and wounds, and we have to work through it layer by layer by layer until you get to the bottom of things and can finally remove that. So yes, that will usually take a bit of time, and please stay patient. There's not much you can do to hurry things up, because it is, after all, divine timing, and your soul is guiding you through that process and knows exactly what you can accomplish in what time, and what you still need to learn and understand and grow and overcome. It's not just resolving things karmically, but also overcoming your own patterns of thought and belief and changing your way of thinking in your everyday life. And this is basically something that is a process that takes time for you to understand, takes time for you to really apply in your life and to master. So this is also another factor why it requires time and for us to be patient. Apart from that, there's also the fact that whatever we do on the soul plane, whatever we resolve in our emotional and energetic body, in our chakras, in our hearts, and what we change on that plane will affect our body as well, which means it takes a bit of time for the body to readjust to the new level of energy for the things that we change. You can look at it as a sort of energetic surgery that we've been doing, or that we ask the spirit world to perform. And in order for that to really settle and for our body to readjust to the new conditions, it will also take a bit of time, since we are incarnated, we're in the flesh. And being in the flesh means that the body needs to be taken into consideration. And yes, it will take a bit of time until we have properly digested and can move on to the next step. So one of those side effects of those transformations are sometimes mood swings, having those ups and downs, or being just exhausted, feeling really low, energetically low and tired, and just wanting to take a bit of time off from everything. So these are the factors that influence the timing and this whole topic. So I hope you can see things a bit clearer now, and can move away from disappointment, frustration, negativity, and be a bit more faithful and accept that things are happening in the right timing for you, for your own good. And all you can do is just, grit your teeth sometimes and do it anyway, and just try and hang in there, stick with it no matter what. Try and overcome those negative patterns and watch things unravel, watch things change over time. I'm sure you will see a difference if you just give it the right amount of time. Don't worry about it, you're being guided, and it's all for your own good. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye!